All right. So, we're going to talk about this. Right. I found the logo, used the font, right, and a lot of people are referring to it as New Era. God, I think even Ed Boon did. And Liu Kang's bloody biography says it too. He says, having won control of the hourglass, Liu Kang restarted history. He neutralized the threats and dangers that had come before, crafting a, wait for it, new era, in which all beings would have the opportunity to find peace. It is in his bio. Right? Can somebody explain to me how difficult it is to name something? Because I don't find it difficult. Right? They should change this before the game comes out. Right, I've talked about the fact that they'll probably release an expansion pack that will probably retcon the one out of the name, and it will be called something like this, right? Because Mortal Kombat 11 Aftermath, that's what it was called. But in this instance, they could easily just do away with a number. But I reckon they should do away with it now. They're not going to, because, you know, stubborn and all that. But it's just ridiculous that they literally call this game Mortal Kombat 1, and then, you know, didn't think for a second, oh, is that too similar to the original game? Yes. Right. Yes, it is. If you go to the official website, you know what it's called? MortalKombat.com. Right? They could literally, you know, just redo the domain name, you know, logo. Look, here, have a freebie. There you go. Done it for you. Right? It even says it. Like, I'm looking at the page, it goes, it's in our blood. Discover a reborn Mortal Kombat universe created by the fire god Liu Kang. Mortal Kombat 1 ushers in a new era. But what's interesting, though, is that in his bio, it actually has it in caps, like, you know, capital letter for the start of each word. New era. They should change it. It's ridiculous, man. Right? It really is. Imagine someone coming up to you, they're like my age, a little bit younger. They're like, oh man, have you played Mortal Kombat 1? And you just look at them like this. Yeah. 30 years ago. But no, man. No, bro. You should see the drip on this thing. No, this is Mortal Kombat 1. From 30 years ago? Nah, bro. Nah, we got cameos up in this and the drip. You know. We got hiccups now. This is stupid, man. Rename it. Sincerely. Rename this absolute catastrophic failure. The worst thing that you can do is start off on the wrong foot. Right? When I try and like figure things out, like naming a channel or figuring out segments and things like that, I try and like come up with something that I know I'm going to be happy with, and it makes sense, and it you know, sort of can move forward without me sort of constantly having anxiety. For example, best example, I've got a gaming review channel, right? The name for like 90 videos of it was called Retro View, because my normal nickname that I use online is Infinite Retro. So it was Retro View, my point of view on the games, right? However, the unfortunate side effect I realized after, you know, not too long ago, is that people are going to think it's a retro gaming channel, like a retro gaming review channel. And I already have one of those called Retroactive, right? So I'm sitting there. Oh man, this is crap. Right. So anyway, so I redid the name and all that sort of stuff, and instead, I still use part of the name. What I called it, I called it the Digital Infinite, right? So that way, it's a little ambiguous, absolutely be related to gaming, but nobody's going to think that it's, is this all retro gaming? Like, you know. So that was a pest, having to do that. It was a real pest, right? And so, you know, and like, obviously, you know, like a whole bunch of previous videos to the ones I've done recently, all have the, you know, the original like logo loading up, retro view and stuff like that. But at least the channel itself is a little bit more, you know, sort of in line with specifically what it is, and it differentiates itself completely in name from my actual retroactive gaming review channel. And that's good. The reason why I'm telling you all this crap is because it matters when it comes to naming stuff. You literally, like, do you really think nobody is like, do you really think like nobody's old enough to remember Mortal Kombat 1? Now we have to do the stupid Xbox One rubbish, like Microsoft did. Maybe the same person that did marketing and naming design for Microsoft somehow got employed at NetherRealm. Because this person needs to be fired into the pit of stupidity. Like, who thought this was a good idea? Like, you can see them even struggling in like interviews. Like, just rename it, bro. Drop the one, add 2 words, done. Nobody's gonna care. Nobody is gonna sit there and look at this, not Katana, you dirty buggers, and look at the Mortal Kombat New Era logo and go, oh, I really wish it was 1 again. Maybe there's a few of you out there because you're like, you know, probably got the dragon logo tattooed on your penis. Right? I don't think I can say that joke. Anyway, save that for another time. So, you know, like, this is the problem. Yes? This is the problem with calling it Mortal Kombat 1. And then I've seen other people calling it Mortal 1 Kombat, which is like, I understand that because like they stuck the 1 right in the middle, you know, like they did with MK11, right? Mortal 1 Kombat, you know. So I think they just gotta look. Here's a freebie. Don't pay me for it. There you go. You did the work yourselves. I just put it together. It's all right. All good, bro. Like just change it. It sounds so much better. It actually is reflective. And Ed Boon has even got on record in saying that this is a brand, like a reboot universe, right? Okay, fine. So why call it Mortal Kombat 1? You could have literally called it Mortal Kombat 0, Mortal Kombat Alpha, Mortal Kombat Genesis, Mortal Kombat New Era, Mortal Kombat, you know, has begun. There you go, another freebie. If I make up a third one, you gotta pay me. Mortal Kombat has begun. Imagine how cool that would have been. Right? That would have been amazing. But no. Mortal Kombat 1. I mean, seriously. Are these people on sleeping pills that name this stuff? Right? Are they? Just do it now. You got 2 months to go. Right? It's more than enough time. It's not hard. It's system tech. I did it in like 30 seconds. Right? Typing out Mortal Kombat. Place. Reduce the font size. New Era. Place. Drop shadow on both. You're welcome. See you around.